I'm going to show you how to do a desire line graph in Cube. So to do a desire line graph, you need two files open. The first is a network file. So we're going to come take this loaded highway assignment, open it up, and so then we have our network. Then we also need a matrix. So let's look at the home-based work mode choice production attraction matrix. So in this matrix, trips, home-based work trips produced in the zones on the rows are attracted to the zones in the columns. And then we have one matrix field for each of the modes in our network. So in order to make the desire line plot, we open up the network, and in this analysis tab, we click link to matrix. So you see the matrix file that you have open shows up here in the list, shows that there are 5 matrices available in that matrix file, and then we need a field to link on. So in this case, the numbers and in the rows and columns of the matrix correspond to the zone, this n number. So we say add this linkage, close it, and then we have this desire lines is now available. So we can take the desire lines, and then this little toolbar pops up. If we right click inside, we can see the matrices that we have available to us. So matrix 1, which is the first one we linked, table 1, drive alone, or share, or walk to local bus. So let's look at the walk to local bus one. Okay. Then we see the location field is here. So that tells us what field we're using to make this spatial join. And then we say, we give the list of zones that we're wanting to consider. So let's do trips originating in zones 1 through 200, or let's say 225. And then zones destined for, now let's come in here and focus on the downtown area. So these would be, let's put up some numbers. Go to home, post the node numbers, and let's only post them if they're less than the number of zones. Okay, cool. So now we have, let's look at this like zones 197 through 202. Okay. So 197 n equals 197 through 202. Display. And here you see these are the walk to local bus trips beginning in zone 170 and headed to downtown. Right now the scale is set such that a 1 pixel width line represents 0.81 trips. So let's up the scale here and let's say 25 trips. Display, that's too much. Let's say 5. Okay, so these are zones where at least 5 people use the walk to local bus mode to access these downtown zones. And that's a desire line plot. We can post the value so that the number of trips happening shows up as a number, and then we can also change the color. If our links are blue, we maybe want the desire lines to be red. And there you go. That's a desire line plot.